everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Lanis Lore. I'm Lani. This is my co-host Mike, and this is my tea, my drama, my lore, my trauma. So I think I'm going to start this episode off with just a little disclaimer here. I'm allowed to have my opinions and my feelings and talk about the experiences that I've been through. And if some of you are going to get booty tickled about it, then don't watch. Simple as that. Don't watch. They're my opinions, my experiences, my truth. I keep receipts on everything. I don't post the receipts because I don't need to. I don't feel like I need to give light more than my opinion and me storytelling.
Storytelling.
Sharing my story.
Yep.
And that's it. That's just it. It's my story to tell. And if I want to tell it in a podcast form, then I'm allowed to. We have freedom of speech in this country, and I'm utilizing mine. I don't use anyone's government name for a reason. So if you're going to sit here and watch it and feel away and think it's about you, might be. Did you do something shitty to me? Did you act in a shitty way that I would need to have feelings and opinions and put them out there? If you did, then it may be, or it could not be. I don't know. Kind of crazy.
And it just goes back to, like, if you're going to get upset, if you're going to feel some type of way, you probably shouldn't have been a shitty person.
Mm-hmm.
None of this would have come to light. Like, if you were just a decent human being, and this is just not even just in her story. If you don't want to be outed or you see something, one, you're going to tell on yourself because you're going to get your feelings hurt. So if you think something's about you and you feel a type of way, then that means you're guilty. To me, that's a guilty conscious, just mental frame of mind. If you see something and you are automatically triggered, upset, you want to get mad about it, you shouldn't have behaved that way to begin with. Like,
I always feel like it goes into like it's almost like a little child syndrome where, like, you know, when at least my kiddo, my 11-year-old, like when she gets caught doing something, she will go over and beyond and like over the top to prove she didn't do it when she clearly did.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
It's like the classic overcompensation of
overcompensation.
Trying to cover your tracks, whatever it is you're trying to do. And that right there, you know, if you've been on planet Earth longer than one day, that's automatic. To me, that's like, oh, you're fucking guilty.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So, you know, as some of you guys already know, Mike works at a gym. So he's the, you know, also a personal trainer.
Yep.
At a gym.
Yep.
Have you ever had anyone like hit on you while you're at the gym? Like some of the elderly ladies?
Yeah. So I have worked at the gym that I'm at for, man, a good year and a half now. And I've worked all three shifts, started as a closer, went to opening, and then I worked the mid shift. I worked the mid shift pretty much the majority of my time at the gym. And that shift is specifically 10 in the morning to 7 o'clock at night. So you pretty much get your retired elderly crowd that specifically go use the pool for the water aerobics class. One thing I learned real quick, you don't mess with the old ladies and you don't mess with the old ladies' pool time. So I learned that real quick. And then pretty much if you know they're not in the pool, you know, they're there literally during the day, our older clientele. And yeah, some of these old ladies, man,
they get a little friendly, a little frisky.
They get a little friendly, and which goes back to I was just talking to Ash about, God, this is so funny. You like just know when I talk with my IRL friends. Yes,
my ears start ringing.
You know, because the other day, it was Thursday, right after the New Year.
You mean Jim Jesus?
Yeah, Jim Jesus. Talking to Jim Jesus, and
I call him Jim Jesus, by the way, because like, dude looks like Jesus, and he's like,
he yoked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I was talking to Jim Jesus, and then my DA, DA sugar mommy.
Was she there?
She was.
Did she see it?
No, she didn't see it.
Okay. I was gonna be like, hey.
But she was there, and her attitude switched up. The just drop of a dime, she got all smiley. She's like, "Oh my god, I don't ever see you at night anymore." Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, "Well, yeah, because my shift starts later now." So when I told her, and then she had asked me how's personal training going, I was like, "Oh, I finally got my cert." And she stopped and she's like, "What's your what do you charge?" I was like, "Why do you have to say it like that? What do you
You think she
mean?"
wants to take training
Yeah,
class
she
with you?
does. Yeah,
That's
she
cool.
does. But yeah,
You
it
should.
sounded like, "How much are you?" You know, like,
Oh,
I was
you
a
were like,
streetwalker. Like, I was like,
you're wording right now.
Yeah, you're wording. I was like, are we on the same? You want to know
You're like,
gym prices?
wait,
or...
yeah.
But yeah, but a lot of them too. A lot of the older ladies, yep, they get they're retired. You know, a couple of the older ladies are also widowed because we're in a military town, so they're either divorced, widowed, by themselves,
Yeah.
lonely, horny at 70.
Wow, that's gonna be me.
You heard it here first.
It's okay. I've accepted my fate. It's fine. No, but like, and that's funny because I was talking because I work with a different trainer right now at my gym, and he was telling me about this lady who I guess booked him out for 3 hours, and I was like, 3 hours is like how many? There's only so many muscle like groups you can work, and then it's just not beneficial.
Now you're just overworking.
I get the old men, but they don't. Some of them work there, and some
you
of them
got
don't.
a sugar daddy though. Talk about men. Talk about old man Ben. Yeah.
Ben is this really sweet old man who like goes to the same gym. We just so happen to like go. That's not his government name, by the way. And but that's he goes to the same gym as me at the same time, and he just kind of like we kind of would run into each other all the time, and he would just wave and I'd wave back, and he's just sweet. He's so, but I don't know, because he's approached me before and he's like, "Yo,
about that
like,
offer." Look,
he's
man.
like, he's pretty much asked me if he's like, "Do you know of anyone that needs a roommate?" I'm like, "I don't." And then he's like, "Oh, well, I have a 6-bedroom house, and it's just me and some dogs." And I'm like, kind of a. I might chew up on that, Ben. I don't know.
Oh, man, ain't no shame.
I've also had like really, but like I mean, I've had some not so like sweet interactions though with people at the gym too. Yep. When I first started going to the gym, so I haven't been like this last year and a half. I've been more active and disciplined with my gym routine. So like going 5 days a week and making sure I stay on top of my routine and all that. But like when I first started going consistently, you do start to see the same people at the same time. People kind of get into their routine. When I feel like with me being younger, you run into the same people that like when people's schedules kind of align like that and they go to the gym at the same time and you see the same people, some of these guys be weird about stuff. Like, let me tell you what, I was at one of the south locations working out this one time, and I kept seeing the same like group of guys, whatever, not a big deal. And this one guy, I was wearing an my In-N-Out shirt, and he was like, "Oh," he approached me. I was on the abductors, adductors.
Yeah, the
adductors.
adductor. Yeah, the
I always call
adductor.
them ab. Are they called ab? Are there ab?
The one that you squeeze together. Yes, ab and ad.
I don't know. People say ab, and I'm like, no, not this, not your core.
Yeah, not the core.
Not the core.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that machine. And he comes over and he makes a comment on my In-N-Out shirt, and he's like, "Oh, I like you like." He goes, "Oh, so you like In-N-Out?" And I'm like, it's the good old phrase of like, "Oh, you work here?" "No, dude, I just put the shirt on and I walk around." Like,
oh my god.
Like,
yep.
You like In-N-Out? Nope, hate it. Never
Hate
had it a
it.
day in my life, but I know that if it touched my lips, I will viscally gag.
That's so funny.
I did not say that. I said, "Yeah, I like In-N-Out." And so, maybe he wasn't like a bad looking guy. He was,
Yeah.
was he like something to be like, "Mama, ooh, I found a new husband"? No, but he wasn't a bad looking guy, and I was like, okay. And then so he very. So this is okay. This is the thing I've noticed with men too when it comes to being single. Men that have zero intentions of being friends with you will straight out be, "I just want friendship." Within the first like 2 minutes of having a conversation with you, it's, I just want friends. I'm just really looking for friends. You're telling me exactly what you don't want with me. That's what you're doing. Because every single man that has ever been like, I just want friends, gets weird real quick. I don't know why that's funny to you.
Yeah, it's funny to me.
Yeah, it's weird. So this guy ends up being like this whole friend spiel. He's like, I just want gym friends and friends to like hang out with, do stuff with, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, type shit. He's like, yeah, let me get your number so like we can work out together and go do things. I'm like, okay, like what? Me being me, I'm like, yeah, whatever, type shit. Like I'm not like trying to date anybody. So I was like, here you go, here's my number. Yeah, hit me up sometime. And then you just like was like casually texting, like, oh, you going to the gym today? I'm like, oh no, today's a rest day kind of thing. And then I think we only texted for maybe about a week, and then I started catching on really relatively within 24, 48 hours that this guy liked me more than a friend, even though he just wanted friends. And then because he was like, I even called him out on that, and I was like, I thought you just wanted friends. He's like, well, yeah, but like you seem really nice and really cool, and you're really pretty. So, and I'm like,
it's the but.
It's always the but.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I'm just trying to work on my butt.
Yep, just trying to work on it, not trying to hear the excuses.
Anywho, and then he just like randomly sends me an unsolicited.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
Unsolicited picture.
I was waiting for it.
Always.
It's always.
Okay, so here's the thing too. I don't like getting those. One, I don't like getting them unsolicited, and two, I have kids. And sometimes my child has my cell phone. So I always have to tell people, I'm like, please don't do that because you are going to end up going to prison because my kid's going to see something that they shouldn't be seeing. And I didn't ask for that. So don't do that.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Because I'm a mom who allows her kids to use my phone to call her friends. And like, I don't like, no, thank you.
On your phone?
Yeah. You got Clash.
You got Clash Clans? I still have that game on my phone.
Dude, Clash of Clans goes hard.
Rips. It fucking rips.
Oh, man, you remember Farmville? Were you ever a Farmville person?
Farmville. Like, that is OG Facebook.
Dude, that was like,
OG
I think my first
Facebook.
doom scroll thing where I would like, just melt my brain, be like, you guys, I'd be in the bar or whatever, and I'm like, you guys, I have to go water my plants. Like, what?
Yeah, I gotta go water my plants.
You don't understand.
That was before you could play games on the iPhone or whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you have to be physically at
it was attached to your Facebook account. So you had to be logged into Facebook in order to be like attached to your Farmville account. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
It was a whole thing.
Yep. God, what a time.
I know. It's peak. But anyway, so yeah, I got an unsolicited pic. I was like, ooh, because that's cringy to me. That immediately, you know. And it was even worse because I was like, I was trying to let this guy down slowly that I was not into him like that. Mm-hmm. So like, I don't understand why sending me a full picture of him in the mirror is gonna be like me, be like, oh, well, sir, with that, changed my mind. I'm sorry that I friend zoned you. Come on back here, Daddy. Like that's crazy. Like no, absolutely not. No. That was awkward because then he would after I turned him down. I saw him at the gym. I think it was like a week later after I turned him down. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? It's where he met me at the gym. Yep. So like we have the same routine. So of course he's gonna run into me and stuff. And then of course it just got awkward because like I'm trying to do my sets and dude just keeps walking into the line of vision. Like I'd be over there just
purposely.
Like
He did it on purpose.
I know he did, but it's just like I'm trying to be the adult here and be like, look, get it. Your ego got hurt. I turned you down. I'm just doing my workout. You're here too. You have the right to be here. Okay, so you're over there doing your thing. I'm going to go on the opposite side of the gym and go do something else.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like just not even going to like give this situation attention. And then Rostada comes over here and like into my line of sight.
Dude, come
and I'm
on.
like,
what are we doing?
It got to the point I had to change the time I went to the gym to avoid him. Like I was like, ooh. And so then I changed the time. And so instead of going like later in the afternoon, I started going earlier in the morning because I was like, okay, well, he usually goes around this time. So I'm going to go a little earlier so I don't have to like deal with that situation and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then I had this other guy approach me like maybe like 2 weeks later. And this guy, he was really nice. But same thing, friend thing. He's like, I just want friends. I just want friends. And I'm like, oh God, here we go again, round two. I was like, the universe is like, you didn't learn the first time.
Yeah, you really
you didn't learn. And so I was like, no, I'm really not like looking for a relationship. And he's like, no, I just want friends. And I was like, okay. And so he didn't do anything creepy like that. But the weird thing that he did was he would like message me and try to like, we're just chit chatting as friends. Yep. And then he would randomly send me money on Venmo and randomly send me like Target gift cards.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't have a problem with it. I just thought it was random. There's no problem here.
Like,
no problem here.
Where is the issue?
I mean, I kept telling him, I was like, oh my gosh, like it's so sweet of you, but like I'm not interested though. Like I'm not like I don't want you to expect something to come from this because like I'm really stuff like that, not interested. And he's like, no, I'm like caring, giving person. I'm like, okay, but like I'm not. None of that's going to happen. So that was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, even just that mere 48 hours, we're getting a lot of people commenting on our stuff, and it's kind of crazy. Everyone's like, "Oh, I saw that," because like people at work, they've watched it. Like my manager, T-Fit, he's seen it. Jim Jesus, they both. As soon as I walked into work,
really?
As soon as I walked into work, yesterday.
Okay.
They were like, "Yeah, Mike, you have like the radio voice. You have like the voice to be on a microphone."
See how they all like amp him up, but they're like, "Yeah, Lonnie's cool too." But Mike, let me just go ahead and just like we're gonna talk. It's not even called Mike and Lanis Lore. It's just Lanis Lore. But you know what? Fuck her. Let's talk about you. Like, oh, Mike. Do you guys all circle jerk each other in the back? You do?
We do.
As a
we don't go to the back. We just do it.
Oh,
front.
oh shit, my bad. I'm sorry.
Desk. Yeah, we front desk.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense. Type shit. Type shit.
Yep.
Everyone grabs someone's shoulder, Dutch runner it. You know.
Yep. The courtesy reach around.
Oh wow! Oh, courtesy reach around.
Courtesy reach around.
I swear, between the gym community and the motorcycle community,
it's
I
like
think all these guys are closeted.
One in the same.
It
is one in the same. Yep.
That's wild.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting a lot of people that watch my streams too. They're coming over, they're watching.
I like your Twitch channel, by the way. They love me over there.
Oh my God, we played Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh my God, we did.
We played that last night. We're gonna play it again when we're done recording. But yeah, first time on stream, I was just like, "You want to stream with me too, please?" And
it was more like, "Lonnie, please don't leave. I'm scared."
Look, man, that's actually what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fucking. Yeah, Lonnie started fucking being a bully, and then everybody else started bullying me, and then yeah.
Mike's over here refusing to play the round because he's terrified.
Look, man, I don't do scary games. Look, I don't do scary games. I don't.
I cleared the first round, but before I cleared the first round, he goes, "Oh my God, if you clear this, I'm never going to say a word. I'm not going to talk shit anymore. I promise you, I won't say a single bad thing ever again." And I'm like, you know me, I'm like, say less. Don't tempt me with a good time. Let's go full send. And what do I do?
Clear the first round. Clears night one.
Mm-hmm.
She got a twofer out of me because I didn't think when you turned around and looked at the bed that you could turn on the flashlight.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, "Turn on the fucking flashlight." I was like, you can't. You can't turn around. And then, of course, when she gets on the same, and it's the same round that she won night one. She turned around, clicked the flashlight on, and I'm like,
I lean over and I go, "Mike, what is this? What is this?" I was like, "What is this?"
In the middle of the round,
do you see what it's in?
These fucking animatronics are walking down both hallways. The goddamn fox is hiding in the closet, and she's like, "Look, motherfucker, look." I'm like, "Turn around."
It's very on brand for me to be like, "Hold on, I'm proving a point here."
But yeah, so yeah, we played that last night. I got a couple of clips up. But yeah, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
It was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, especially when
yeah, your Twitch channel loves me over there. They were all like, so they started bullying him. It wasn't me. It was his Twitch channel that was like, "We're gonna change it to Lonnie's." What is the memesaurus?
Lonniesaurus memes.
Lonniesaurus
memes. I'm like, fuck.
And I was like, "Change the merch over right now.
Change the merch line.
Hold the press.
Get new graphics up." I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna be instead of the T-Rex, it's gonna be Bo Peep.
It's gonna be Bo Peep. Yeah, I'm like, god damn it.
You got voted off the island by your own Twitch channel. It's crazy.
And there's a couple of viewers that were watching that commented on my TikTok too and saying the same shit. Like, she's the only one that won, by the way. I was like, god damn it.
Yeah, because Mike, we played another, I think 3 or 4 rounds after that, and he was like, he couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. Because night 2, like, everything intensifies.
Dude, they started coming out
they're
fast.
Aggressive. Yeah, they're aggressive.
By the way, like I said, I never played Five Nights at Freddy's. I know just the lore from research because my oldest wanted to play it at one point, and I like researched it, and I was like, I don't think that's a good game for you to be playing. And then I played it last night for the first time ever. Oh my god! I went home and I talked to her today.
Oh
this
yeah,
morning.
yeah.
I talked to her and I said, "Hey, come here." And she's like, just chit chatting this morning. And I said, "You are never allowed to play that game." She's like, "What? What do you mean?" I said, "What do you mean? What do I mean?"
What do you mean? Did you show her the clips?
No, not yet. Funny. She's gonna laugh.
Yeah, that'd been funny.
She's gonna laugh because she's like, "It's good. It's scary." I'm like, "No, you're not allowed to play that game. That's terrifying."
Mm-hmm.
The fact that like my ex's son, so my ex stepson used to play that at the age of 8, 9. I would like,
yeah, and
that's terrifying.
And just like the storyline alone, it's like this dude kills 5 fucking kids, stuffs them into the uniforms. He goes back and kills his partner's daughter because she was locked outside, and that's how she became the puppet. Like, the whole premise of that is just like, what in the fuck? And then he goes back and kills more people, or kills more kids, to test a theory on why all of the animatronics come alive at night. What? Yeah, so he builds more animatronics, kills more kids, they become the new animatronic. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, if you're not familiar with it, like, just the premise of that, it's like, what in the fuck is going on in this game right now? Like, what is going on in the storyline? But yeah, I've never played any of the games either.
What'd you fall asleep to watching last night? I need to know. Was it Mickey Mouse?
It was SpongeBob.
I was like, was it Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
No, it was SpongeBob.
Were you all hot dog, diggity dog?
Yep, nope, it was SpongeBob. I had to put something funny on last night.
You know what I watched when I got home?
What?
I watched a murder documentary.
Brother. God.
It just came on my Netflix request, or what is it, recommended, and I was like, okay, let's put this on. And then I got so sucked into it that I was like, I had to stay awake and watch this limited series. 3 episodes, I can do it.
How's your neck?
Better.
Good.
Better.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yesterday I was like all tense. Like,
yeah.
I was like, I need to tell,
scares.
I really need, if we're going to like do this on like a consistent schedule, I need to like tell my trainer that we can't do shoulders on Fridays at the end of the week, because I'm like, I don't think you understand. I'm going to be like this the entire weekend.
Time, yeah.
So we're going to have to do shoulders on like a beginning of the week.
Yeah. The beginning of the week kind of thing. Yeah.
Otherwise I'm going to be like walking around like all.
Fuck. Yep.
Oh, that's what you know what I didn't get for Christmas? I'm kind of bummed out about.
What?
I really wanted a new pair of those Beats headphones, the over the ear ones, because I have the Beats ones for in the ear, but the number of times that I have launched those things off the treadmill.
Her fucking headphones, her water bottle.
Yeah, I got buttery fingers. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'd be like, see, this is what happens. I'll be on the treadmill, and I don't. Yes, I walk on the treadmill, but here's the thing: I'm walking at like 3.0 miles per hour.
Fucking fuck around.
Tell him, Mike. Tell him you see me.
I know. We did cardio. We did cardio together one night after we lifted together, and I happened to like look over at what she was like. Her numbers were, and I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. I did not do that.
He didn't realize that I was on full incline, by the way. And the treadmills at his gym, like full incline is like
90 degrees.
It's almost, it's almost 90 degrees. And it's like 7. It's like,
Yep.
The thing is like 17 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like incline percent. Like the machine reads it as 17.
Yep.
Because the gym I go to is only 15.
Yeah.
That's why I prefer your guys' treadmills, because
yeah.
it's not like it's higher incline. But I'd be inclining that, and I'm like going. He's like,
Literally,
how long do you do this for? And I'm like, 30 minutes.
Yeah, you literally have to like hold on to the shit, like just how big of the incline is.
Yeah, and then people will like, I'll be like in the zone, headphones in, just like, I'm walking to Jesus at this point.
Yep.
And then like, there's been occasions where like I'm at the gym, and then Ben will be like, first of all, I'd be disassociating. My
Yeah,
pre-workout,
bad.
when I get in the
Same.
zone, I'm at the gym, I'm just disassociating. So also, like, if you ever see me in the gym and you think I'm staring at you, I'm probably not. I'm probably mentally like in space right
Somewhere
now.
the
Like,
fuck
I'm
else,
like romanticizing my life. Like, I'm like on a beach. I'm like,
yeah.
oh my god, over here, like winning bags. Like, anyways, but yeah. Yeah, so we just be disassociating, and Ben be trying to get my attention. He's like, ooh, and I'm like, yeah, oh, and then I get all overly zealous, and I like take my headphone out, but I take it out in a fit of joy that I like it goes flying, hits the treadmill, and then it just takes off. Just boop. The number of times. I'm really kind of sad. So I need to invest in a pair of headphones.
Yeah.
And a good pair of gym headphones. Anyone has recommendations for gym headphones that they like. So
Yeah, I like
awesome.
my Skull Candies. They have built-in like subwoofers in them.
I don't know. I have
And rattle
Skull
the
Candy
fuck
makes
out
me
of my
think of
ears.
high school back in those.
The earbud days.
Yeah, they were cheap.
Man.
Skull
Yeah,
Candies
they were like
cheap.
$20.
They weren't even that. They were like $10 for a
Yeah, I
pack
think they
of
were like
Skull
12.
Candies.
Mhm.
You could get them at the gas station.
Yeah, you could literally get them at Walgreens,
Yeah.
CVS. You could literally get them
7-Eleven,
anywhere.
Shell,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like,
Man.
I
What a
don't know
time
about
to be
that brand.
alive. No, they're good.
They're good.
I have
They new ones?
I have the over the ear ones. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't know. Kind of a bougie bitch
Bougie,
now. I'm like, give me
bougie.
my Beats, my drink.
Me. Or Bose.
Bose, but that's what those are. The other ones I brought.
Oh.
Yeah, those are Bose. No, those ones aren't. My other ones are. I don't know where those are. My mother keeps moving all my stuff around.
Did you find the key light?
Did I find the key light? Oh, you mean the ring light?
Yeah, the ring light.
Would you key light? What's a key light?
Lighting? It's called key lighting. In the world of
I just call
broadcasting,
it a ring. It's a circle.
In
it makes
the
a circle.
world of
Not a square.
broadcasting,
A square
all right?
has 4 corners.
Get
It's a
'em.
circle. It's a ring.
All right, all right, director.
All right, what? All right, what?
What? We're not starting.
You said
We're
you
not- we're
said
not doing
yesterday
this.
that you
We're
were gonna
not-
be nice to me.
All I said was it was a key light, ma'am. That is all I said.
Because you're looking at me like, okay, Miss Director. Was that very nice?
Oh my god! See, I can't do shit on here. Can't do anything. Can't do anything right.
Mike, are we getting booty tickled?
No, we're not getting booty tickled.
What else do you want to talk about today?
I mean, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I mean, I don't know what we want to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
It's your podcast.
I know, but
I'm here. I'm just running the equipment. That's it.
he's such a liar.
I'm just facilitating.
Mike be like, yo, you know what else we should do?
What?
Keep hitting my mouth with this thing. It's being recorded at all times. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I was thinking about last night because I was talking about we had talked about all that stuff with we went over the timeline, the ZX6R guy and all that other stuff, and then what I forgot to mention, like, part of it was like when he had a lot of he had messaged people after everything had like been done and over with, and was like trying to get me booted from like motorcycle groups and stuff.
Oh damn, he went that far.
Yeah, he went that far. Like
crashed the fuck out.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was telling people, he actually kicked me. He had an admin, 2 admins kicked me out of 2 different motorcycle ride groups. Dead ass, on God. And I remember I was like, why am I getting kicked? Like, oh, it was because, so-and-so told us to, and I'm just trying to be a homie. And I'm like, dude, just, like, stay out of it. Like, don't, like, I'm not saying, like, get involved. Like, I don't want the drama. I'm like, I get it. Nobody wants the drama, but, like, don't get involved. You removing me from a riot group is you directly involving yourself. Because what did I do to deserve to get removed from a riot group? That's actually how I went, and I ended up creating my own riot group. because I kept I was getting booted from all these ride groups, and he was trying to blacklist me from the motorcycle community. And I'm like, because he was calling random people that we had mutuals with and being like, oh, this is what, like, she did me dirty, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, I'm not telling anybody anything, because I'm like, I don't,
Yeah.
like, even when I shared my story, like, I don't, like, the only people that know are the people that were directly involved. So the people that were directly involved in the situations that I have talked about, well, like, they'll be like, oh, I know who that's about or whatever. And I'm like, well, yeah, duh, because you're involved, duh. Like, you were there, you witnessed it in real time. But I mean, like, anyone else is like, no one knows. So I just think it's kind of funny how, like, people do that. Like, it goes back to the whole incriminating yourself thing. And but yeah, like, it was so bad. It was so I ended up, long story short, I ended up making my own ride group, because it's just like, I got tired of it. I just don't want the drama. And it's really nice, because my ride group now is like, what, 10 of us, and it's like, we're all really good friends.
People,
There's no drama. We just like to hang out. We'll shoot film together, make content together. And we hang out. We'll go do like family outings, because I call it my moto family. But like, we'll go, like, that's who we hung out with on New Year's.
Yep.
So, and that's actually how I ended up meeting Mike, is because two of my people in my little moto family, my ride group, go to your gym.
Yep.
So actually, everyone I know goes to your gym. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, everyone that I know that like I'm friends with, I work out with, goes to your gym. Isn't it crazy that I'm still not a member there?
Yeah, dude. She's a guest hopper.
I am.
That's what Tanner called her the other day.
Oh, you didn't tell me that?
Yeah, because I forgot.
I have beef with you now, Tanner, so you can hear this. I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna find you. Tanner's probably like, oh, I'm not scared. I do this impression of Tanner because he's very like, my impression of him, I've only had so many short interactions with him, but when I have had interactions, he's very like stoic. He's very like dry, and he's just kind of like, I mean, he's swole too. Like,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
I think all the guys up in there, yeah, because even your GM is like,
yep, yeah, we all pretty much fit.
Talk about gym intimidation.
Yep, the gym bro aesthetic.
Yeah, but he's just like stands there and he's like,
yep, yep.
He's very like, I don't talk like that. It's a horrible impression of me.
I can't wait until the software clips that part. It's gonna be so funny. And I'm gonna tag it.
Sandra's gonna be like, she's not in the gym anymore.
Oh my god, big funny. It's gonna be so funny. I can't wait.
Well, Tanner, if you didn't bail on us for football.
Whoo!
I'm just kidding.
She went there.
I'm just kidding. I understand you had to change your car's oil for like 6 hours. That's crazy.
Oh boy.
There's no shame here, okay? It's my tea, my lore, my drama, my trauma.
Like I said, I'm just here.
These are my opinions.
Facilitating.
You guys are getting an insight into the thinking and working of my brain. I just so happen to put it on the internet.
Yeah. It's great.
But I feel like this is me authentically in real life too.
Every day anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
It's her.
Yeah, I actually got a message from one of my regular followers who follows me on my other socials too, and he was like, "I love the podcast." And he's like, "I love that, like, you kind of see who you are as a person." Because I guess a lot of people have mentioned to me about like going live stream before, and I've always thought about live streaming like on TikTok and Twitch and stuff like that. But I'm just like, no one's gonna watch that. Like,
And that's what she had said about this podcast. Multiple people have like told her like she needs to start doing this, and she was like, "Oh, nobody's gonna watch." But
yeah, throughout my life, a lot of people have approached me and like, you should do a podcast because the experiences that you have are wild.
And we already know, like, people are nosy as fuck.
I'm nosy as fuck. I'm that lady.
People like that kind of
I'm
shit.
the lady, if I hear my next door neighbors like fighting, I'm out there like playing Connect 4. I'm vacuuming my grass. I'm like, because I want the tea. Yep. I want the lore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But he was telling me that he was like, oh, I really like it. He's like, and he's like, you seem really, you come off very authentic. And I'm like, well, I am. this is who I am. Like, there's no like this, what you guys see and how you guys see me talk on my podcast and how my mannerisms are is exactly who I am in real life. And I don't like none of this stuff. It's all like all these stories are my opinion, experiences, and alleged hearsay things that I say. Disclaimer.
Yep. Because we got a hot little bit of information as she was getting our Dutch Bros. But yeah, she got a very interesting phone call.
Apparently, someone's booty tickled and thinks like that they're just booty tickled by my podcast and they don't like it and they're talking out their ass. So
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, like if it wasn't if it was like why I just don't understand like why people care. Like no one knows it's about you except for you because you did it.
Yeah, and it circles.
Because if you didn't do it, then you wouldn't think it was you.
Right.
The only reason why you think it's you is because you know that everything that I'm saying has merit, weight, and truth.
Yeah, and it just circles back to the point that I had made earlier. You see something and it gives you an instant reaction. You're triggered, you're mad, you get upset. It's because you're fucking guilty. And so obviously, damn, what's going on outside? But it goes back to like
that ambulance is for that person.
The big ambulance.
Big ambulance.
Big ambulance. But it just circles back to like again, yeah, if you see something and you automatically have a negative response to it, it's because you're fucking guilty of it 9 times out of 10 because there's no reason for anybody to have that big of an adverse reaction to it.
What's crazy about it, I guess, me as a person, like if I did something wrong and I did somebody dirty, like
fucking own up to it.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I was gonna say. So I would have ownership of that and be like, you know what? You're right. There was a time when I was younger when I must have been like 18 and I dated this guy for a little bit and he great guy, super sweet, super kind, and he wanted the whole like he was a homebody and he wanted to like just like have a girlfriend, like, you know, just like hang out at home and watch anime and do those like, you know, like cute little things. And I was in my party girl era. I was like, boy, I'm trying to go. And I was like, you don't want to hang out with my friends? That's weird. You're weird. I just think that he was in a different place in life than I was. I was, you know, what, I think it was like 18, 19. And I wanted to go live that life. And I wanted to go hang out with my friends and party and do all that stuff and go out and go dancing. And I just want to stand in a circle with my girlfriends and just dance around our bags, you know, like that girl. And I like legitimately just like when I broke up with him, we dated for about a month and I broke up with him and I was like, you don't like my friends and this isn't going to work because you don't like my friends. And I completely projected my own crap onto this poor guy. And it's been well over like 2 decades now. And I'm like, well, not over 2 decades. It's been over a decade. I'm not aging myself that much. I was like, whoa, I just catapulted myself into the 40s plus.
Like my age. God,
anyway.
That's crazy. That is a crazy reaction to that. That's wild. That is wild. The caught a stray.
Anyway. we segue back. But no, like now that I'm older and I like look back on those like past experiences and those relationships, I'm like, you know, if I ever like ran into him or if I ever like, you know, at the store or our social media pages ever cross paths, that's the only guy I think I would owe a legitimate apology to. Like, I am so sorry that I ripped your heart out. And he was really upset because he was really into me and he really liked me. And I was young and dumb and I wasn't ready for that. And I thought I was. And then I tried to, you know, didn't understand the concept of like balancing friendships with relationships. And then I was just like, and he was like, it's not like he wasn't willing either to meet my friends and to party and stuff. Like, he wasn't a partier, but he was like, I'll meet your friends. I'll go to the function. And I was just like, he's like, well, I just don't want to stay out till like 2 a.m. I'm like, lame, you know, like I was not nice. I was not nice. And so like, that's what I'm saying though, is like, I take full accountability for all of that in that relationship. Like and I don't, in any aspect I'm trying to get at here is that if I do something wrong and I say something wrong and I'm in the wrong, I don't have a problem taking accountability for my actions and saying, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have made better choices. I should have done better. All we can do is just like self reflect at the bad decisions we made and try to grow from them and be better from them. But yeah, I just like don't be shitty. You won't be on here.
You heard it here first. Don't be shitty, or you won't be on here.
And
you won't be on here.
Yeah. But yeah, so that the whole authentic thing too is like what he was saying about being authentic, and I'm like, yeah, that's who I am in real life. Like, and I appreciate that people can finally get to, and it's also really, so when I was younger, I was really insecure because I didn't think like, I'm like, no one's everyone's gonna think I'm a weirdo. And I'm like, I don't know. And the more out there an authentic version of myself, people are like, oh, you're actually pretty cool, or you're decent. I'll take decent type shit.
Yeah,
I'll take decent.
Way better than the alternative.
Oh, well, I mean, because, I was talking to somebody recently who, like, they were like, you just are very different in online than you are in real life. Yeah, and I thought that was weird. I remember that made me, like, kind of question myself. And I remember talking to, because Jared's one of my best friends. I asked Jared and I asked some of my other friends, I was like, it made me, like, second guess myself. Like, am I different online than I am in real life? They're like, what the heck? The Heliante? No, they're like, you're the exact same person. I've never once seen you post a video that wasn't like you. And I think that people think, because if you look at my motorcycle content, it is like sometimes on the sadder side. But I think people think that because I'm a happy person in real life that I'm not sad. I don't suffer from depression and anxiety, which is completely false.
Yep.
Like a lot of people who suffer, because I've been diagnosed with, I have depression and anxiety and PTSD, which is complex CPTSD. Yeah, which is CP. Yeah, it's complex PTSD. So I think that there's this stereotype with people who think that like depression and anxiety have to look a certain way. I think people think, oh, if you're sad, you have depression or PTSD, that it looks the same on everybody.
Right.
And that's so far from the truth. Depression and anxiety looks different, and PTSD looks different on everybody. So it's just one person, my oldest brother, he had depression and anxiety, and he unfortunately unalived himself back in 2014. He was 7.5 years older than me, and so like him and me were very very close, because we had a lot of like we're kind of cut from the same cloth, and we're like the two black sheep of the family. Anyone else in my family, people that know my family know that like my family's very like conservative. They're not like, I'm covered in tattoos. The rest of my family, my dad has one that he got in the Marine Corps when he was younger, he regrets. And my brother has a few. One of my brothers has a few, and the other brother has 0. So like, for me to be like, yeah, my back is done, chest, sternum, full sleeve. Gonna get my side and my legs done here soon. And so like with that being said, like my older brother was fully tatted, like neck, all of his like, and he suffered from depression a lot. But like a lot of people when my brother passed away had no idea that he was suffering so much, that he had suffered from depression. My brother was also an alcoholic though, because he self-medicated. He self-medicated a lot with alcohol. A lot of people also had a hard time understanding that, because they were like, your brother was an alcoholic. Your brother was not an alcoholic. No, I lived with him. When he passed away, we were living together. Like, he didn't pass away like in the home, but like I would see him wake up in the morning and he would down a bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey as soon as he woke up. And like I could always tell when he had been drinking. And it's interesting because when you're around addicts and people that with alcoholism, like I don't know if it's because my brother was an alcoholic, and then I had dated a guy, and I was also engaged to the same guy who was an alcoholic. And so, and we'll get into that at some point. But like, I know what that looks like when you can see it in the slightest, like, I don't even know. It's like their mannerisms. You can see it when someone's been drinking and they have a problem. Their entire demeanor changes when liquor hits their system. But a lot of people only knew my brother when he had been drinking, and they were like, "Oh, he's like, the good time Charlie. Like your brother was such a great guy. Your brother was so funny. Your brother was so amazing." Like, yeah, he was. He was all of those things. But there was also a very much like a darker, sadder side of my brother that a lot of people didn't see, that I saw. The man that would stay up till 4 a.m, the guy that would be fighting with his demons. And a lot of people don't know that, like, before he actually was successful in his unaliving, he had tried before. And these are things that, like, a lot of people didn't know about him because they only knew him as, like, the guy at the bar that was a good time, that was fun, and blah blah
Yep.
blah.
Yep.
And so when people want to sit there and think that, like I don't suffer from depression, I don't suffer from anxiety, and I don't have PTSD because I'm a happy person in real life, you don't truly know me then. Because my friends that know me, my family that know me, and like I have my moments where it's an everyday battle. My depression, anxiety does not go away. It doesn't. There's no cure for it. You learn to cope, and you learn to deal, and you learn not to be so reactive to it, and you get a toolbox of these coping skills that you have to use every day to ground yourself. And so I love that I do see that, like, I am the authentic version of me. And I love that, like, you guys are so, like, accepting and, like, love this podcast and are like, yeah, like, this is like, I like seeing the authentic version of you, like, at full length, not just like little clips we were on your bike and all that kind of stuff. So it's been actually really, really nice, the response I've been getting from it. Minus that one booty tickled person over there, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Mike, did you not close the bathroom door again?
Oh no.
He does this every time, and he knows that I get triggered by it.
Oh my god! Let me mid-episode go close the bathroom door.
You want to know why? Because I'm waiting for one of you guys to be in the comments and be like, all I was staring at was the toilet the entire time. And I keep telling him, like, someone's going to do it. Someone's going to troll on us, and it's going to be bad. And I'm going to be like, see, that's not me. That's Mike. You can gear it towards him. I'm always closing all the doors. And he's like, what a true bachelor. I'm going to leave the door wide open.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Might as well leave the toilet seat up, too, while you're at it.
That I can't do. Like, that's my bathroom etiquette. Yeah, toilet seat down. Fucking... The lid down, the seat down, yep. Because I also have 3 older sisters, and obviously, 2 in, they're not paying a fucking attention.
Do you know how many times that happened to me? So I have 3 older brothers. If anyone, so I know you guys don't know a lot about my backstory. So I'm 1 out of 4. I have 3 older brothers. I'm the only girl. And the amount of times that my brothers would leave a toilet seat up, and I have fallen in to the toilet growing up, is kind of wild.
I can't even tell you how many times I've been woken up because I got socked in the face because I left a fucking toilet seat open.
Valid.
Yep.
You know what's the worst? My brothers would pee in the toilet and then leave the seat up, and then I fall into it, and then I had to shower. It's gross.
Yeah,
it's
that's
gross.
Same. Yep, they would.
Yeah, see, valid.
Mm-hmm.
See, if your sisters watch this, just know that I have your back, okay? Like, completely valid.
Yeah, and that's okay, and that's something else too. So, you guys clearly haven't seen my handwriting, but the whiteboard that's in the gym, that's my handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone's like, "You write like a girl, this, that, the third."
What does that even mean? I feel like that's super sexist.
Well, I have girly handwriting. My handwriting is bubbly and it's neat. I can write in a straight line without like. Long story short, though, also because of my sisters, obviously growing up as a boy, I had boy hand chicken scratch.
What does that even mean?
They would get so mad that I would write
11-year-old,
sloppy.
but my 11-year-old writes chicken scratch, and I don't be like, oh wow,
Nope.
that's a boy's handwriting.
No, they would make me
That's so
redo
sexist.
my homework. They would make me rewrite shit because it was too sloppy. So all that handwriting that's up on the whiteboard, that's mine.
You have nice penmanship. But I don't feel like
because I got bullied into it. I got bullied into nice penmanship. Pretty much what happened.
Did you get bullied a lot as a kid though, in general?
Yeah.
Just, like by other people, like other kids, or was it just your siblings? What did you get bullied for?
Because I was a bigger kid. I was bigger. And especially
he was a chunky boy.
Yep, especially being short, I looked even fatter than I actually was. So it was a lot of that. So I to make up for it, like I would be involved in sports, all of that stuff.
You linebacker.
Yeah, I was defensive line, and then I would like substitute in as like a guard or a tackle. But so obviously I got some of my socialization back, but my alcoholism started in high school.
Mm.
All three of my older sisters were older, so by the time I was a freshman, my oldest sister was well beyond 21. My middle sister was just about to be 20. She was already a senior when because we had 1 year where she was a senior. I was a freshman. And that's when, it's when I started playing football. And then, of course, you're playing football, you're with all the fucking jocks. The one time I asked my oldest sister, hey, there's going to be a house party at XYZ's house. Can you get me alcohol? And she no problem. And that's how I got my popularity back. It didn't matter that I was fat because,
They were
yo,
like, "Party boy Mike!"
yeah, and it was like, yo, Mike could get us alcohol, like invite him. And so that's how it started.
Interesting.
And of course, being in the city, going back and forth from the
Yeah.
suburbs to the city is like, yo, Mike can get us alcohol out in the burbs, so we don't have to pay the city prices. Make sure Mike comes along. And so when I started drinking, I I loved it. I loved, like, didn't do any hard drugs, didn't even do weed, didn't smoke weed, none of that. It was just straight alcohol. And obviously, when you're at that age, you're young, you're dumb, you're having fun, you're doing all this stupid shit. And then
Yeah.
of course, as you're doing the stupid shit to fit in,
Mm-hmm.
everyone's now making fun of me again because I'm the one that's being an asshole. So
Yep.
everything came full circle.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was always invited places. I was the one that was able to get everybody alcohol, and because even some of the football players, you know, they had older siblings, but their older siblings wouldn't do it, so they would know, like, oh hey, Mike can go ask, and every time my older sister was like, yeah, I'm gonna go out anyways. What do you need? So, and that's how my alcoholism really started, and then yeah, because before school, we'd all, with our little water bottles, we'd all just fill with vodka and like Mio or like fucking Crystal Light packets, and we'd carry it around all day in school. And then I started getting suspended, and then I actually got kicked off the football team, and then all of this other shit, and then um joined the army
Yeah.
like right after that. And so obviously, anything remotely about the military, you drink about anything, like hanging out after work with the dudes, chilling outside the barracks. You're fucking throwing one back on a Wednesday at fucking 7 o'clock at night, and then midnight rolls around, you're still fucking out there getting hammered. 4 o'clock rolls around, you got to go to PT in an hour, and I'm fucking throwing up on runs, and everyone's like, it's fun. Like, alcoholism is truly celebrated in the military, and so that obviously exacerbated everything that I just went through.
I think there's also like I feel like when it comes to alcoholism, there's this weird stigma where people like to make jokes about it. They're like, ha ha ha,
Yeah,
I'm an alcoholic. Like when I'm drunk, or not me, but like when they're drunk, you know what I mean? Like
yep.
I don't drink, I'm sober. But like
But
anymore,
yeah,
I did when I was younger. But like,
but yeah, I mean, yeah, and then just coming back from 2 deployments. My first deployment was god awful. I got blown up. I got shot at. I watched friends die. Had to pick up body parts.
because I feel like
I
you
did all
mentioned
that.
that too with me with your like when you tried to get sober and people would tell you, "Oh, you're not an alcoholic, you're fine." And it goes into like that stigma of like for some reason when it comes to alcoholism, people don't think I feel like they don't think that it's a real thing.
And when somebody, and because at that point too, I was already out of the army when I had a former best friend, tell me that, and I confided in her. I'm like, yo, I think I'm having a problem, because every time we would go out, we would also fucking fight, and it wasn't her fault. It was
Yeah.
mine because I was so fucking hammered that I couldn't control my emotions.
Yeah.
So we went through like this whole back and forth thing, and which obviously led me to like apologize, like, oh my god, all of this other shit. But I told her, like, after an apology, like, and even after a couple of days, like, she didn't want to talk to me, which is fine. I get that. I understand that. But like when we were back on good terms, I told her, like, I was like, I think I have a problem and I need to go get help. And she was like, no, you're fine. It was just, we just had a bad night. this, that, and like, and she was making excuses for me to justify like that we were still good, we were still best friends, we were still all of this. I was like, okay, and like
She's like reassuring you in a toxic way.
and I was the one that caused all of it. So and
Mm-hmm.
to me, that made me even more like, oh, okay, cool. So it really was just a bad night. It immediately, like if like my best friend was like, okay, no, you're good.
She enabled,
Yeah. So
enabling you.
and then sure as shit, as that year went on, it got worse. It ended up like us like we would literally scream at each other outside of Dublin, like that they would have to kick us out because we were literally fighting and screaming at each other in Dublin House.
Oh my gosh.
So and then finally I had my gallbladder taken out. I was on a business trip up in Denver, folded over in pain at a dinner. I had a bite of steak, and then immediately like I was folded over in pain, and so they brought me to the ER. Turns out I had three gallstones lodged, and then I developed pancreatitis in the hospital because
Oh
one of the
no.
gallstones got stuck in the pancreatic duct, and I almost died. I almost fucking died. So they had to do emergency surgery, and like fucking yeah, I still have the scars from it, but yeah. So and then after that, no, it was during that. Um, when I was literally laying there. Nobody fucking came in, like no phone calls from my parents, nothing. And I told my parents, I called him, like so I'm literally laying there up in Highland Ranch, like just by myself, like I'm like, oh, I'm about to go under the knife. I have nobody fucking. And as I'm getting ready, as the doctors were like, I was in a gown, I was getting pulled back into the emergency room or back in the surgery room or whatever.
Or
I get a text from her. It's like, hey, I can't do this friendship anymore. Like a whole fucking novel, this, that, and the third.
oh,
And
talk about horrible timing.
yeah, and so I was literally I was like, oh, and I clearly couldn't respond because I was about to get sedated.
They're
I was
like
like,
10,
yeah, I
9,
was
and
like, are
you're
you
like,
fucking kidding me? And then so all of that happened. That was like a week.
that's wild.
During that week, because at this point I was already evicted from my previous apartment. I was like, I rented a room out, and my landlord gave me a letter of eviction as I'm still recovering in the hospital.
Oh my
So when
gosh.
I get back, I'm crashing the fuck out, and I didn't have a car. I was like at the worst of my alcoholism, at the worst. I didn't have a job, so I walked a mile. Not even 3 days after I'm out of surgery, I barely made it to this fucking liquor store. Walked a full mile back, and that night is when I drank pretty much damn near. I had maybe like that much. I had 2 gulps left of a whole gallon of Tito's, and I took the remaining 50 because I had that bottle of OxyContin, like oxycodone, and so I was like, fuck it, and I downed it. Next thing I know, I'm fading, I'm blacking out. I'm like, sweet, and I don't remember anything after that until I woke up in Memorial Hospital downtown, tube shoved down my throat, and I'm throwing up. So, and at that point where I was living at, the 2 roommates, they worked night shifts, so
Mhm.
I would work during the day, and they were gone. So I don't know who called that. So unless like they walked in, they got home, they opened my door or something, and they called 911. But like I should have been dead. I don't know who called 911 because when I was drinking, nobody was there. Nobody was in the house.
That's crazy.
So
Well, I'm glad you're still here. Yeah.
yeah, and now the 14th of this month, it'll be 19 months over.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah, we're
Yeah.
almost a full 2 years.
Yeah.
Full 2 years. No, it'll be 21 months because December was the 20th. Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, it was just a slippery slope, just a slippery slope, and yeah, the army absolutely exacerbated fucking everything. Like, I mean, I can justify like, hey, like I was married, but I was like, I was not a good fucking person,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes. I don't know if anybody's heard the saying, but it's like just because you have a uniform on doesn't make you a good person, and I was the epitome of that. I was not a good person when I was married. I was not a good person when I was divorced. I was not a good NCO. I was not a good anything. And I'm not going to blame it on my alcoholism, but a lot of it just you drank. You just drank when you're in there. That's it. Like that's all you did. Like Korea probably made all of that worse. Like I spent a whole year in Korea. That was probably the drunkest I've ever been. I was drinking every fucking day. And I'm not like talking about like knocking a couple back. We would go out to the Ville, we would go to Seoul, hop on the train. We were fucking that I was shit faced for a full 365 days.
Dang.
Like I'm pretty sure the cumulative hangover on the flight from Korea to Washington, holy shit. Yeah, I don't think I was sober 100% sober in Korea for a full day because we were always out. We were always doing shit. Yeah, that it was Korea was just absolutely crazy.
So does it ever bug you when you hear those things though, when people are like talk about alcoholism and make the jokes and stuff like that about like when they're,
Yeah,
because I know we've been out and about before and we've heard comments like that in passing where people make jokes talking about I'm an alcoholic, or I don't, just like stuff like alcoholism, like taking, like making it as a joke. Does it trigger you at all ever, or does it make you feel away?
so it really depends on the context
Okay.
and who it's coming from because obviously my friends, like I said, like Tanner, me and Tanner, Mike, you look like you need a beer. I'm like, brother, I do. Like it's like with people that I know and know my story because
Sure.
also with Jacqueline and Jackie and his girlfriend and Tanner, they've driven me back and forth from my treatment center to work, pick me up, like so they have seen me and they support me and like with you or
It's
with
not
people that
malicious.
it's
It's not malicious.
100% it's not malicious, but
Yeah.
like when people are actively drinking, actively being sloppy, actively like just not giving a shit, it's like I'm an alcoholic. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, ugh, no, you're not. You're just being a drunk asshole. Like, no, you're not. So like, and it's but I don't say anything because obviously with the people that I'm with, they'd be like, don't escalate it. Like the people, because Tanner is even had him be like,
Yeah.
Mike, go to the back. Like, don't let
Yeah.
me handle it. But yeah, it just really depends on the context and again like who it is because my circle is three people at this point. Like, and she's a third. She is a third of it. But I'm great. But like
Hi.
I'm extremely grateful because too like she has even made comments like, dude, you need to get out. You need to like have good and you've said before like I don't have a lot of good people in my life and I don't like
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
And so like introducing me to like your group of friends
My
and
little
your
circle.
writers and your
Yeah.
circle like that definitely helped and it's going to help but it's just like
Yeah, I think that like do we sometimes when we go into this like self-preservation mode, we like kind of like isolation becomes feels so safe and secure that you just want to like live in that for so long because you almost get like having outside factors because you can't control what other people say and do. You just
exactly
can't.
and that's exactly it
You can
and
only control how you react.
yep
And so like that's the part that like especially with dealing with like addiction or PTSD or anxiety, you can't control necessarily the things that people are going to say to you.
say or do like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't control what people are even going to do if
But what you can control is like the way you react to it.
yep
So like, but I think it's also just like not getting too comfortable in that isolation of like, oh, well, I know if I stay home, nothing's going to happen because I don't interact with anybody.
yeah
And if I don't interact with anybody, that means I can never get hurt.
yeah
And it's that like, I'm going to stay here in my safe little bubble. But because my view on that is we are, as human beings, we're social creatures. Like we thrive and we need connections, human connections with people, like real connections.
do we though
Yes, we do. I'm sorry. It's just the way we're built. There's psychology behind it. Look it up. I swear. And so, but that we thrive on like human connection and those relationships. And because when I met Mike, he was like, I don't do anything. I stream and I just hang out at home. I don't have any friends. And I'm like, what?
and
He's like,
I was
he was a-okay with it. He's
yep
like, no, it's cool. It's fine. I love it. It's great. I'm like, but do you? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I think we need to broaden your horizon because my whole thing with that is like,
I
what
still
happened?
don't.
He's getting better. He's not going to admit to that. He is. He's getting better. But like,
Bruh.
and my whole thing to that is like, it's just creating like a support circle because like, what if something happens? My concern with you is like, because your parents are older than mine.
Mm.
And I'm like, what's going to happen when your parents start to go? Like,
Oh yeah.
and you don't have anybody here. Like, you don't have family here. You have like what does that like? That's my concern. And that's why I'm like, we need to start like, sir, we need to create this little safety circle of people that are going to be there for you and support you and care about you. I know for me, like that's been really hard to kind of form. I've always just had like a singular line between me and my bestie, who I've been best friends with since I was 16, which I love her to death. I mean, we don't get to hang out as often because she's the mom now and she's got her mama duties. And I get it. I've been there, been there 3 times. I said thrice.
Did you fancy
Thrice.
three?
And so, but I get that. But like, having my circle of friends now with, the people that are in it, including you, have like enriched my life so much. And I think that we talked about that the other night too, about like going into 2026, and everyone talks about New Year's resolutions. I don't really do New Year's resolutions because I'm like, I'm always trying to better myself. Like I really am. Like I'm always trying to like work on myself. I'm not perfect and I don't try to be perfect. I just try to be me. And if I do something wrong, say something wrong, I'll be accountable for it. But like, you know, if the roses smell like poo poo,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yep.
Because that's why you're all here, right? For the tea, the lore, the drama, the trauma.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I think too, I was just getting, I wouldn't say I was comfortable, but it's fucking, it's like, it's eye opening that, I guess I I don't know how to explain it, but like I lost everything. And I was literally, I was telling you about this TV, this stand, and that little bookshelf are the only three things that are from my original apartment. Like, and when I tell you I lost fucking everything, I lost fucking everything. Everything. So going and taking this thing, being damn near homeless, like trying to end myself, getting the help, and then I spent a total of 345 days in that treatment center, and then finally having a place of your own. I will 100% admit that I was walking a fine line of, this is my space, I earned it, I don't need to do anything else because I'm here, I'm like living on my own again.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, I guess we'll just call it what it is. It was like a false sense of accomplishment because what I was really doing was masking the isolation into the form of, well, what do I need to leave here for? Like, this is my space. Like,
Yeah.
I earned it. I don't like, and I still 100% feel like that too. It's like, this is my
Well, no, you should
safe space.
you
This
should
is
feel proud of what you have now and what you created for yourself, because you're essentially rebuilding your entire life.
yeah.
And so like that's something I think you should be proud of. I just concerned that you get so comfortable there that you don't want to leave and venture out and make new friends.
Do what? For what? For what reason?
For the reason of mental health. We all need people, but we do.
Yeah.
And this goes back to like, I don't remember if we mentioned that. I know we've mentioned it before, like to each other, but I don't know if we've ever mentioned it on the podcast about like how some of my like best supporters and people that cheer me on are people that follow me on social media.
Yes.
Not people that are in real life, which is
Yep.
sad. I have more ops that people that know me in real life who want to see me fail and are preying on my downfall, who simply don't like the podcast and don't like things that I do.
We said that was something else we had said last night. Like, this podcast is truly going to show, one, people are not going to support you because it's simply you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're existing, doing the thing. They're not going to support you as a person because it's simply you existing. And the second thing is, people might want you to succeed but not do better than them.
Yeah.
So I really feel like that's going to be one of the two scenarios that we're going to be looking at, because you're the same thing. Like, I'm experiencing the same shit. You know, I've been streaming for fucking 8 years, and people that I actually know in real life have never been in a stream. They have never liked, shared anything, but they'll go to fucking Drake's bullshit or a celebrity's bullshit. Somebody they don't even know. It's like, bro, I'm doing the same thing. How do you think they got to where they're at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just wild to me. Just crazy.
Yeah, it's sad that like there are probably there's more, you have more ops in real life than you do, and then the people that's like you, relationships and friendships and supporters that you have online are the people that rally and support and want you to win. And it's kind of like, that's crazy. It's crazy that people who know me just by the content that I make are like, can see the real me and can be like, yeah, I see you. Like, I see what you're doing. I like the podcast. I like the content you make. I like the, I get it. I can relate to it. But then people in real life are like, nah, just because.
Yep.
Just because.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Cause what? Like, why? I mean, I don't know. I guess I feel like the internet, Beyonce's internet, is big enough for everybody to be successful and everyone to have have a platform and have a standing. I don't know why everything's got to be a competition for everybody all the time. Like, that to me is a wild. That honestly shows insecurity and how small someone's ego and fragile it is.
Oh, yeah.
If that you're so worried about what I'm doing and how it's going to affect your content or how it's going to affect whatever you're doing over there. Like, what you're doing over there is great, but it has nothing to do with what I'm doing. So like, they're not the same. And even if they were the same, like, there's different strokes for different folks. Like,
Yep.
there's going to be people who like my content that don't like somebody else's content, or there could be people that like mine and yours. Like, I
Yep.
don't know. Like,
Yep.
I don't know. I try to, like, when I see like people who engage with me on my social media platform, I try to engage back and I'll like support. Like, I have no problems. If I see a video I like, I comment, share. Like, I don't have a problem with that, especially small creators. Cause I get it. I've been there. When you go and you spend time and effort and you like do all these edits and you film and you do all this stuff. And then social media is like, yeah, we're going to give you like, we're going to give you 300 views and only 20 likes.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you post a video that takes like 2 seconds with no edit, no nothing, and then it's like, oh, let me take this off to 5K. Like, what?
Well, and that's kind of like the reason why like I shifted my accounts to meme accounts.
Yeah,
because
we talked about that
my accounts were originally streaming. So like what I would clip, post, cool. Shit, you not 20 views, 30 views. Like, okay. And then believe it, fucking Tanner. So I was, when I first started, me and Tanner, a couple weeks apart, he knew that I was streaming. He would come in on my TikToks, even when I was streaming in my treatment center. He would watch my TikToks, this, that, and the third, and then he was like, "Well, why aren't you getting the views?" I was like, "Brother, your guess is as good as mine." He's like, "Well, have you tried like switching up your content?" I was like, "To what? Gym content? That's almost as bad as like streaming content."
Oh, I'm gonna choke. I don't know. I was legitimately thinking about this last night. That's so weird that you mentioned that. Talking about different contents in different communities. And I was like, when it comes to the comparison between the gym community, because I go to the gym 5 days a week, and I also like am in the motorcycle community. So like I'm in kind of like both of these weird, I don't even know what you call them, communities.
Yeah.
And so like when it comes to like they both, and it's like they're so different, gym and then motorcycle, but they're the exact same. It really is.
Yeah.
Where you have like, well, a lot of the motorcycle creators, content creators, a lot of these guys will switch over in the wintertime to gym content. And then they'll go back to motorcycle content during season. So peak season for motorcycle riding is like spring, summer, a little bit of first half of fall. So here it's been really, really warm. So everybody's been riding still. But but that's typically, most of them will switch over. But it comes to like, I think it's just like the toxicity, that there's toxicity in both. My experience so far, I feel like there's less in the gym community than there is in the motorcycle community. I could be wrong though. At least from what I've seen in the motorcycle community, it's very, very clicked up. It's very, very clicked up. And I know a lot of these content creators in real life, not like the big ones. I know some of them, I know a few that are local in real life because I've been in the community, and I'm pretty active in the community. I ride around and stuff like that. I meet people. who I am. I'm a friendly person. I see somebody, I'm like, hi, like I'm gonna link up, right? And a lot of these people though, like it's just clicky. It's very clicky, and the way that they edit stuff is that they'll edit it to make it seem like it's something it's not. So I know certain content creators who will edit their videos to make it look like they're smoking everybody else. Like they're like just like 0 to 60 cooking it, and they don't ride like that in real life. I mean, to each their own. I just don't like. For me, it's like I don't know. I'm very like keen on being authentic. Like I don't say nothing because it's like it's not my place.
Right, yeah.
Like if that's what you want to do and that's how you want to make grow your, because I guess the way I view it is like if you want to if you want to build a community and you want to build your following based upon putting a perception of yourself out there that's not authentic, you're going to get tired of that eventually, and you're going to get burnt out of trying to be somebody you're not really.
Right. Yep.
Because you can only do that for so long before it catches up to you. And I feel like within the gym community, it's like you have to like put the work in and discipline in, otherwise you're not going to get the results, and people are going to clock you on that shit. But I will say within the gym community, it's funny, I was talking to my trainer about that too the other day. I was like, I have a hard time with people, and I've had people within the gym community tell me things like, oh, I don't know about that because like I've never been a fat kid. I've never been overweight. So like I've always been blessed and been skinny. Well, yeah, it's going to be easy for you to make gym content and build muscle and look like a zaddy who's like over here like all yoked up, or like a muscle mommy, when you have never had to lose weight while building muscle, or lose weight and then build muscle. You've never had that struggle. Then you're like, it's harder for me to take what they're saying legitimately, because it's like you don't know that struggle. You don't know I'm sure you have that struggle now still too, because I know you were a much bigger kid. I was pretty thin growing up, but I struggled in my late 20s and excuse me, that whole like late teens, early 20s. I struggled with my weight a lot. And then it's funny because people don't believe me when I tell them that I was a big chick, and I have to pull out the receipts. I have to pull out my fat girl pictures. I hate calling them that because everyone's like, you were my favorite phrase when I go, like, you guys want to see my fat girl pics? And they're like, oh, you were still cute. I said I was fat, not that I was ugly. Like
there's a difference.
There's a difference. I was like, I make a cute thick girl.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, I legitimately knew it was a problem when I was having to buy clothes for beauty school, and I had to go to the women's plus size section. I was so thick, I didn't fit in the junior section anymore. I had to go to the Mrs. plus size section, and I think like I put on a pair of pants. The waist was I think it was 20, and that's not okay. So men's size and women's sizes are not. You guys get lucky because it's like 32 waist, 34 waist, whatever. That's standard. Women's sizes are not that. It's like 00, 0, 1, 2, 3. Not even if you're lucky, you can find a 3 because it normally goes 2, and then it skips 3, goes to 4, and then it's 6, 9, 10, 12, 14, and you're like, what is that? That's the waist size, but it's not standard because a 10 in one brand is like this, a 10 in another brand's like this, and it's like, who made this? Like, we just guesstimating? Yeah, probably. We're just guesstimating sizes over here. They're like, yeah, women's are approximately about this waist size. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. They need it. Because and I know in European countries, they do like the metric system. And that's like when they size and they measurement, it's all metrics. And like, they need to just convert that shit over to the US because it's like, I hate it. I just want to go and go to the store and I measure my waist and be like, okay, I know I'm a 34. I don't want to guesstimate because then I have to try them on. Because I'm telling you, how many times I'm like, oh, I'll try on a pair of pants. It says size 2. I'm like, I size 2 in what? Baby Gap? Because like I can even get them over my thighs. Like that's crazy.
Another humbling experience is fucking buying jeans. I fucking hate buying jeans.
Yeah.
Because of that purpose.
Yes.
Of that purpose. And like, wait, I'm a fucking 36. Why the fuck do I have to fucking have a girdle on for this? Where in actuality, I go back, get a 40, and like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck.
But that's what, I was a size, I think it was like a size 20 I put on in Mrs. and it was like it was they were tight and I had to go up to a 22 and I was a size 9 in high school and pants like
Damn.
yeah, and it
Eat a
happened.
fucking burger.
I did. I ate all of them.
In
I like my
and out.
food. No, yeah, I still eat In and Out. I still fuck with In and Out a little hard. I had that earlier today. It was delicious.
That sounds gas.
No regrets. Um. So yeah, but like I realized that it was a problem, and I fully had a crash out, like a full crash out, because I was like, how do I go from a size 9 to a size 22 in a matter of 2 years? 2 years. 2 years, mind you. It wasn't like a progressive thing. It was like a rapid weight gain. And then I just started wanting to slowly better myself. So I started doing things like making sure, first of all, I started looking at what exactly I was eating.
Yep.
And I was like, I was around 21 and I was like, girl, you're drinking Bud Light, Lime, and Gardellos for like, that is your, that was my daily intake was Bud Light, Lime, and Gardell. I'm like, wow, all carbs. Can't imagine why I gained a bunch of weight.
Imagine. Yeah.
That's crazy. And so I was like, okay, well, we're not gonna do that anymore. And yeah, like I just like slowly started to get the weight off, and then I was like, I think my heaviest was like 210, which everyone's like, that's not a lot. I'm 5'1", mind you. Okay, I'm 5'1". I'm a short statured Latina who 210 is a lot of weight on me. And I don't like people don't believe me until I pull out the pictures and they're like, whoa, and like you look like a different person. I'm like, yeah. And I did it and I lost weight by diet and exercise. Like I didn't, and there's nothing wrong with getting surgery. My best friend had surgery. She got her not the lap band, it's the
The ring, gastric.
no, gastric bypass. She got gastric bypass done. Phenomenal results. She's killing it. She looks great. She looks healthy. Like, if you surgery is a tool. It's a tool to help you lose the weight. I don't knock on that at all. For me, I didn't think that I needed that. And like, honestly, swear, like surgery terrifies the heck out of me. I'm not scared of a lot of things, but like something about me breathing and somebody cutting me open just does not sit right with me that I will have, if I ever have to have a surgery, I will probably have a panic attack. I'm like, you guys are going to have to like put me out mid panic attack because there ain't no way I'm going to go willingly. But so, but yeah, so like, I did it all naturally though with diet and exercise, but within the community, in the gym community, in that culture, I have received a lot of that, like, oh well, I've never been that way, so I don't know what that's like. And it's just like the ugh.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, why is that your
Keep
demeanor
that to yourself.
and you're like, why does that need to be
fuck?
said?
Yeah.
Like, why do you put that out there?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never been fat, so I don't know what that's like. Well, good for you.
Yeah,
like,
nobody
congratulations.
fucking asked, you fucking dickhead.
And I've had people call me a pick me because I'm dead ass. I've had people call me a pick me because I am proud of where I was and where I am today. Where they're like, oh well, you're just doing it for attention.
Brother. Oh my god.
So I think that's kind of wild. But I still think, even with all that being said, that the gym community is far less toxic than the motorcycle community, in my opinion, at least.
I mean, even before that, like I wouldn't say like I would inject myself into like other people's like workout routines. Like, yeah, of course, like members would be, hey, you have tips, whatever.
You would never go up to someone and be like, yo, you're lifting wrong. Why? I never understood that. I don't
As a
understand-
trainer now I do.
Okay.
Because now that's also my job that can drive revenue for the gym.
Well, I mean, look, this is my whole thing too. It's like, if I'm in the gym. If you see me in the gym and I'm doing something wrong, you better clock me on that because I'm not trying to hurt myself.
It also because okay, so the couple of times that I have done that, they were like, and they got
Booty tickled.
So I was like, all right, have a good one. And then, because the first question out of their mouth is, do you even work here? I'm like, yes. Are you new here?
No,
like,
he just put the shirt on and walk
like,
around
are
for
you
giggles.
Yeah. So now I just like, if somebody comes up to the desk and asks me, it's like cool. But if I have my personal trainer shirt on, like before I get my clients, Kelly or my other ones, I would do what's called a floor pull. So like I would clock in, wait for my clients to get in, but I'll still go upstairs real quick, talk to people, whatever. And if I see like absolutely egregious shit, then yes, I will fix it.
What's the worst thing you've seen?
My favorites are the rows, or when people are doing the rows,
Uh-huh.
or the lat pull downs.
What are they doing? Are they taking off? Are they going to the moon?
Oh, they.
Dude, I've always wanted to do that. I see those videos.
They pull. They are taking Ice Cube's advice and they're putting their back into it. Yes, and I'm like, Sarah, brother, let me help you.
You're like, are we doing chest back? I would have been.
Yeah, I see people all the time, like just like fucking. It's like, what? Okay, can I help you, please?
Yeeting themselves, not yeeting themselves.
So it, and again too, I think it's a different reaction when I actually have my personal trainer shirt on. They see that I'm a trainer. And I don't even make it about I helped you with your forum. Now you gotta like sign up with it. No, I help them. But if it's just me wearing my regular MSR Crunch labeled shirt, it's a very different attitude.
Name drop the gym.
Yeah. Oh well. But like, but if I just have my regular like shirt on, it's very, very different. And I think it's because anybody can walk up with anybody can walk up with like a Planet Fitness, anything, and it'd be like, well, do you even work here? And it's like, again, it goes back to no, I'm just fucking wearing the shirt. Like,
yeah.
So I save most of my stuff, if I have clients that day and I do floor pulls, I save my tips for when I'm actually in proper attire.
Culturally wise, do you think it's pretty toxic though?
Culturally, I hate to be that person that says it. It depends if you're a dude or if it depends if you're a chick. And
yeah, I think I'd
to
say that. I know I get what I already know where you're going. I think
Yep.
yeah, I think that I had this conversation too the other day. I think that there is a lot more stigmas with women and then women in general in the gym and body, like losing weight, building muscle. And I feel like there's all this like stigma surrounded by that versus men.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think that like, I think that's where you're going with this.
Yep. That is exactly where I'm going with it. Yep. That is exactly where I'm going with it. Mm-hmm. So I really think it just depends. And then too, it also depends if you're an attractive female.
I've heard that before too.
It really, and again, I hate to be that kind of person to say that, but it really depends. It really and it depends on where you are in your journey. Yeah, and I see that with both men and women. If you are fucking, I'm just gonna say, if you're fat, you're gonna get made fun of. The trolls are gonna come out. This, that, and the third. But lately though, I've been seeing that there's been a lot more positive comments, especially when people are first starting out, when they're big, when they're fat, but they're in the gym, clearly sweating their ass off. I've seen a lot more positive comments than I have the negative. Obviously the trolls are gonna
I think that's so crazy because it's like, it's the whole like, oh, you're fat, get to the gym. And then they get to the gym and then you're like, oh, look at that fat person looking at, like, that's crazy. Like, first of all, fuck you if you say that shit because like I don't know. I think people are beautiful no matter what shape, size, form. Like I don't have like everyone's like, what's your type, Lonnie? I'm like, I don't have a type, okay? I like what I like personality wise. And so but I just think it's like I've seen bigger girls, thicker girls in the gym, and I'm like, girl, slay, get it, like get those squats. I just don't understand that whole stigma. I think it goes back to that whole phrase of like, because I can't fathom that other people would do that because I'm like, if you're in the gym, doesn't matter what size you are, like good for you for showing up and being there today because that is hard. It is so hard to be consistent and to show up when you're bigger, your body don't want to move certain ways. It does not happen. And you have to build that muscle while you're simultaneously losing weight and you're in a deficit. and it's hard. It's a lifestyle change, and like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If I see somebody bigger in the gym, they're killing it. You're getting good job, mama.
Yep.
Good job. And you know, it's the same thing. Like I see baddies all the time where I'm like, oof. Tell me what you do for your back routine because I'm trying to get like that too. Because like, woo, there's this one baddie. She follows me on IG too, and she writes. But yeah, I already told her. I was like, girl, slay. Like she bad. I'm pretty sure she married too, but like it's okay. She's cool. She's cool. But her back, oh my, I'm gonna have to show you her IG when we get off. It's solid. Like I'm like, that girl put in some work. And that's the other thing too. Is the stigma that people think that they're gonna go into the gym and get like instant results.
Yeah, that's something I see all the time. I've had people call in and cancel, and then of course I'm like, oh, is there something that we could do, something that we can improve? And a lot of the times it's I'm not getting results.
You're like, bro, you only came in for 2 sessions.
And then and well, and the thing is too, it's like, well, we can't cancel your account because your annual hasn't come out. Like you just signed up, you have to wait the full 60 days. I mean, we can cancel it, but we got to charge you, your annual fee, and that's when they get even more mad. It's like I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like you have to wait for the full 2 months. And normally, the normal person, and I say normal because this barely ever happens, but most of the time, they would be like, "Oh, well, I guess I better use the gym for the next 2 months. I'm still gonna cancel. I might as well." It's like, okay, well then why are you? Okay, whatever. Okay, yeah, cool. But then yeah, a lot of the times people just fight me over it. But I'm like, bro.
I don't think a lot of people realize that the amount of like when you're heavier set, your body is going to naturally want to burn visceral fat first, and that is the fat that's around your organs, like internally. I don't think people realize like it's not just like external, like the fat underneath your dermis layer that like that's not the only fat. Like when you're heavier set and you're obese or you're overweight, your body stores fat around your organs, and that's the stuff that's gonna kill you. And
yeah, and that's what I'm working on because my alcoholism I still have the beer gut because I still have visceral fat around my kidneys and my liver because those organs were working overtime and storing the fat from the alcohol.
Yeah, well, that's most alcoholics. That's why they get the beer belly. It's where that's where that phrase comes from, though.
I still have it.
But that's where that phrase comes from, though. Is I'm a seal.
Okay. Anyways.
But that's where that phrase comes from, though. Is because when you alcohol and you drink excessive amounts of alcohol, it does get stored around your organs and the visceral fat. But that's what's your body's gonna burn first because it wants to like make sure your organs and now your own insides, everything else is good first before it starts burning off the fat that you see externally. And that takes time. It takes time to do. So just because you're not seeing the visual results doesn't mean that it's not happening. Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah. And that's why it's like, I don't know. I always nowadays when I was younger, when I first started doing my weight loss journey, I used to watch the scale religiously.
Yeah, and that's something I've told like my clients, my Monday client. I tell her all the time. She's also in the army, and the army, of course, that I have body height, weight standards. But I told her, look, if don't ignore the scale, and I know like I can say that because I'm not in anymore, but like that number is clearly going to fluctuate when you first wake up in the morning versus the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I mean, cool, gauge it every once in a while, but don't scale watch, don't number watch, because that'll be your like number one fucking killer of trying to do anything in the gym.
Yeah, I feel like especially if you have like body dysmorphia, it's like
bad. Yep.
Woo, that'll like make you like want to like bail out real quick. So I mean, I've had to do that where I still weigh myself, but that's just to make sure like once a month, just to make sure like we're still on track. But I don't do it like every day, like I was doing it.
That's what I told her. It's like once a month.
Yeah.
Beginning of the month or the end of the month, and then do weigh yourself what you would in the morning, and then at the end of the day do the same thing at the last calendar day, and just compare numbers. Like when I say compare numbers, just compare numbers so you can gauge what your activity looks like. Don't fucking take it into actual account.
Yeah, and I always give myself like grace for like a differential of about 5 pounds because I understand as a woman, and I had to explain the whole menstruation phase, by the way, to this man because he had no idea, and I was like, "They didn't teach you that?" He's like, "No, I didn't know you did that." And I was like, yeah, like when it was like when women when they're going like we have estrogen, and when we go through our lateral phases and all that, like our the way that our body retains water and the way that it like I was like I will be mid-month being like I'll look like I'm pregante and I am bloated and water retention. Give me a week, I'm gonna look skinny again. So like, it's just kind of wild how your body and that used to mess with me mentally because I do have body dysmorphia that I still work through. Because I still look at myself as like that 210-pound girl who was crying in the women's dressing room trying on pants. So like when I would go through the hormonal phases now that I'm more fit, and I'd be like, I don't understand, like the weight, the scale's the same number, but my body looks different than it did a week ago. Like, what is happening? What is going on? Da, 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 da. And then I'd start like, I gotta cut. I gotta get in a deficit right now, and they would just like crash out into like a deficit. And I had to do research and realize that's just my body's natural cycle. Like, there's nothing wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. I just have to be mindful that my it produces, hormones, and you go through the whole like monthly cycling. Your body does different things because your body's doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is trying to reproduce, but we're not doing that. But that's kind of like, having to learn that about myself, as well as like being conscious of like there are certain things that are going to inflame they make it worse, like drinking excess amounts of caffeine. I still do it. I don't care because I need my caffeine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we are not going to function. If I can't get my pre-workout in, I'm going to struggle on this lift, and I don't want to do that. So we're drinking the caffeine. We're going to look bloated, but we're just going to wear an oversized trucker tee. No one's going to know. How would they know? How would they know? How would they know? Yeah. You're so lucky you're a man.
I guess.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, I mean, and I just, like I said, there's just toxicity in both. But for me, my experience community-wise, there's far more or less in the gym community than there is. And somebody else approached me about making gym content too. They're like, you should make more gym content. And I'm like, why? So you guys can watch me lift my two marshmallows.
Two marshmallows.
I'm getting better. So before my accident, I was squatting like 140.
Yeah, that's good.
I know.
That's
now
good.
I'm like, I don't remember what I was squatting. I don't even know. I just let my trainer put weights on. He's like, so I'm gonna throw these on. I'm like, all right, type shit. I don't even look. It's like, yeah, hopefully he's keeping track somehow because I'm not. He's told me several times. I'm like, we'll just be mid conversation and I'm just going, and I'm like, are you counting? He's like, nope. And I'm like, all right, type shit. Talking about my lats are so sore right now. Over the last 3 days, I'm like right here in the tendies. In the tendies. Yep. I know. I was laughing because I was thinking about what he said. He's like, well, if you're not sore, then I'm not doing my job. And I'm like, you're sad because that's true.
But we have literally 5 clips a day for TikTok and Instagram, and it carries us all the way through January 20th. We're literally posting all day, starting at noon. Pretty sure the last one posted an hour ago. So like you'll see us every day, and then our full episodes. Our first one, because we're now 2 episodes ahead. Our first episode will get posted this Wednesday to the YouTube channel. Well,
the time that they get the full episode of this shit, it's gonna be like a month later. So
we're working on it.
Might have to edit that out. Yeah, episodes come out every Wednesday. So you guys subscribe, follow, yeah, and thanks for supporting us so far.
Heck yeah. Yeah, this has been super fun.
It is fun. It is fun. I'm surprised. Like I said, I'm just really surprised. And
Some of the numbers that we're pulling is surprising. It is surprising.
It hasn't even been a full week yet, and like that's pretty crazy.
A full 3 days.
Yet. I know, it's pretty crazy how fast this is taking off, and I really didn't think people would be so receptive of it like they have been. Mike called it. He said it. He's like, he told me a long time ago. He's like, you should do a podcast, and I was like,
yep.
Me?
Yep.
He's like, yeah. I said, I think you would do great in a podcast. And I'm like, no one's going to listen. He's like, we're going to do it. And I was like, okay.
Yep.
So, right.
Like, you don't have a fucking choice.
He's like, we're doing it.
Yep. And we even upgraded equipment. Like I am 100% in on this. Like we're fucking doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We're fucking doing it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, thanks for tuning in, you guys, to Lanis Lore. We'll see you guys next time on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.